I just didn't save this at all. Let's get this set up here. Welcome back, everybody. It is Wednesday. It is April 1st. I hope nobody pranks us today. I don't have any pranks for anybody. Sometimes I do all oops all mimics. That could be a fun thing we do today for people who are not here but might show up later. That could be a fun shenaniganry. But it is viewer suggestion. It's almost Easter, which is great, so we'll hopefully have some bunny-themed things going on here. It is also... Oh, no. What's happening here? There we go. The list is not cooperating today. We are doing the viewer suggestion, so I do have the list from all of the suggestions from Monday. Today, if you have not put your stuff on the list yet, you're very welcome to add one in chat, and I will put it on the list. We're going to roll some dice. The dice gods will decide what we draw today. And, yeah, we're just going to go for it. So, I'm going to start off with drawing some rugbies just to warm up. For those of you who did not know who Rugby is, he is our little mascotty friend. He's a tiny goblin dressed as a bugbear. That's all there is to it. That's all need to be said. We're going to draw some stuff, so let's get to it. Do-ba-dee-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Nope, that's gonna get me sued. Don't do that. Don't demonetize me. Oh, that's interesting. Apparently if you hold down shift you can... New things have been learned about Aggie. I don't like it. I'd like to control my pen thickness, please. Thank you. Wow. Today might be a little loopy of a day. Did a big push yesterday for the game. Did some play testing. Found a bunch of bugs. So I'm probably going to have to do that again today. But I spent a lot of time last night trying to clean it up. Put a little crab on Rugby's head here. Bingy. I do need to draw more random ass crabs. Wow. I need to make new enemies too. What we've discovered is that the game is far too easy. So I'm upping the crab health and the attack damage health a little bit, or attack damage a little bit. Hopefully that'll change the like insta kill to survivability ratio. We'll see. We'll see. The melee characters are mostly unchanged. The ranged characters are getting a little bit of a nerf. As it should be. But it might not be as fun. I don't know, we'll find out. Kishure, welcome in. You can make another 2 in a month. What? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Or are you confused about something I said? Ooh, those are angry Rugby eyebrows. I keep trying to draw this little slug, but making a slug look cool as an enemy is tough. It's just tough. Like snails are cool. Slugs are okay. Like, I prefer a snail. But if I make a snail, I probably need a slug. And I can't make them look not like turds. I'm on a phone and there is missing punctuation. Oh no. Well, welcome in. How are you today? Oh, you can make another stream? Is that what we're talking about? I understand. Yeah, welcome in. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm always tired. That's just kind of the way life goes. But it is what it is. One of these days I'll figure out how to draw a snail. And then we'll add snails in the game. Radula. Is it Radula? I think so. They got the weird mouths that like nyam, 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 nyam. Maybe we should do something weird with the shell here. That's kind of fun. I like that. It looks like he's wearing a croissant. Maybe that's what I'll call them. Croissants. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. And then they get spiky. And then they get machine guns. Turn them into little blastoises. Blastos. What's the plural of blastos? Blastoid. I can't even think right now. No idea. Second stringer we can make. Yeah. Instead of having to watch the replays in the afternoon, it's nice. Well, thank you for watching the replays. I do appreciate it. It does help. It does help a lot. I think we're good here. I think we're done with the snail. Let's just jump into it. Let's jump into it today. Rugby is slowly becoming a swarm ranger. Whatever the hell it's called. Swarm keeper? Swarm keeper ranger. Three. A death tyrant, draconic sorcerer. What is a death tyrant? I have to look that up. I want to sneeze. Excuse me. Oh, I was not ready. I was not ready for that. A death tyrant? Is this a real thing? It's a creature. It's undead. Okay. Is it a beholder? A dead beholder? Beholder's sleeping minds drift to places beyond the normal madness. Okay. Okay. We can do it. Here we go. Just a big skull, I guess. Oh, why? Something weird happens where when we start the stream, like, my allergies just kick off. I don't know why it happens. Maybe it's my desk? Could be the heater. Could be the heater kicking on. How can I make a beholder skull look draconic? Give it horns, maybe? I can give it horns. That could be pretty cool. Wah, 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 wah. Beholders are weird. They're just like dreaming reality into existence. And for some reason they decide to just be giant floating heads with eyeballs. Ooh, can we make the teeth look more draconic? That'd be kind of neat. What can we do with that? What can we do with that? That's an interesting question. Let's get my reference up here again for death tyrants. I'll put it in the Discord. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh, they're so cool looking. Pretty dope. There's a lot of cool stuff with them. Blah, 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 blah. I'm looking at this reference and like, that's not how skulls work. I don't know what's going on here. I guess there's no nose. That's a thing. So there's no nose. So we just have teeth. We have teeth and an eyeball. I do want to give it horns. Horns sound pretty cool. What kind of dragon should we pick? Different dragons have different kinds of horns. Maybe we should go with like what's the dragon from Magic the Gathering? The big one? Shoot. Orbos, the Globadurd. Shoot, I can't remember his name now. He's got the cool horns. That's the one I'm talking about. Oh, do you think the eyeballs would bump into the horns? What do eye stalks look like? Are there creatures with eye stalks and bones? Don't know if those two things are adjacent. What color we should go? Red? Let's go red. Maybe more of like a magenta red. Kind of a pink. Pink would be fun. Let me go blow my nose so I'm not sniffling into the microphone here. Nobody likes that. Nobody wants that. A black dragon actually would make a lot of sense for this. There's a really cool 3D model. Maybe I'll add that to the Discord. Boop, boop, boop. With the forward-facing horns. Oh lord, I didn't want to watch a video. Corvus, welcome in.
Hello.
Kid, what are you doing? Ooh, not pink. You gonna take yourself for a walk, kid? How's it going?
Alright. tired.
Yeah. Could see that.
It's been kind of a long, boring day.
Did you get all your planting done yesterday?
Yeah, at least the potatoes.
Why can't I draw black dragons? The horns just never make sense to me. Stop playing the video. I just want to look at the pictures. They're almost tusks. Almost tusks.
I guess.
I like the spiky protrusions on this model. I think I need to start drawing more things screaming. Most of the reference pictures people send me when they like stuff, like all the characters are just like mid combat swing, like mouth agape, just yelling violently into the ether. And I always draw my stuff just kind of like, just hanging out. Case in point, that dragon. The dragon's just hanging out drinking water going, ah! Ah! I need to watch more Allie Briggs videos. She does amazing dragons. It's been a little while. Hey, do not climb up. No. You do not need to be on the furniture, kid. I don't know about this. I don't know who decided this, but okay, we gotta put this. Stop with this. Yeah, you made a bad choice, kid. Come on. Oof, bonk. This kid goes around the room, finding every flashlight and light he can, and just turns it on. Turns it on and walks away.
These guys scare away all the shadow monsters.
Something. Man, there was an episode of Twilight Zone that like broke me as a kid. Might not have even been a Twilight Zone. It might have just been some horror movie. Guy like got cursed by shadows chasing him, so he had to leave every light in his house on, or the shadows would get him. Long story short, they jump on his face and he blinds himself. Because that's how, you know, you have to have a twist that doesn't make any sense. Why'd the shadows want to eat that guy, though? They never explained that. Shadows just be like that, I guess.
shadows be assholes.
Just seething draconic pink. That sounds gross. You gonna pop that balloon? Hop. Alright, I think I'm about done with this. I'm gonna darken up the horns here. They have a little bit more of a silhouette. And I think we're done with this one. I dig this. I dig drawing, like, very, angular, I guess? Angular horns. Got a lot of, like, harsh edges to them. Diablo did a really good job of that. Making the horns feel very geometrical and shapy volumes. Man, my posture is hot garbage this week. Hot garbage. Blah, 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 blah. I need to do more stretches. More stretches. Okay, I think we're done with this guy. Throw some purple in there. Do the color scheme of the worm wraith. Yeah, probably. You do something like that. Some of the like desaturated purple. It is Easter. We need some pastels in here.
You never do pastels.
Very, very rarely, yeah. Okay. I just remembered we're not going to be here on Friday, so I gotta try to get as many of these off as possible.
Are we going to be playing Saturday?
No, we'll be out of town.
Off?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I don't think we've played any in March, other than maybe like the first week.
Yeah, it's been rough. It's been a rough month. Even my other game as well. Like people have been out of town and busy, and it's a thing.
I think for me, it's mostly been the transition from winter to spring. It's just been really futzing with everything.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. I don't remember what this is called. Oh, the boy goes to the GP town. Yeah, yeah. We gotta drag the boy to the grandparents.
We can get all his nasty Easter candy.
Mm-hmm. As long as I don't gotta buy it. Freaking, I saw a bag of like chocolate eggs at the store yesterday for like $14, and I was like, nope. I will make.
How big was it?
It was just a normal ass bag of like Reese's eggs. Washington does some weird stuff. Like there's no taxes on like produce, but sugary things are like double taxed. It's weird.
I guess it sort of makes sense.
A flat of soda is like $8.
When you mean a flat of soda, what do you mean?
Like a 12 pack of Coke.
Okay.
It's like somewhere between $5 and $8, depending.
Yeah. Depending on the time of year, that sometimes prices we get.
Yeah. I used to when I was younger wait for those like Super Bowl sales or the Thanksgiving sales when they were like 3 or 4 for $10. It's like, yeah, I'll do that. But now I just don't drink soda, so it's not a problem anymore. But every now and again I'll walk by and see a super expensive thing. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. Or they'll do the 24 pack for like $12 to $14. It's like, that's not a deal. That's the normal price. Alright, rolling some dice. Here we go. Dragonborn painting her own eggs by mistake.
Oh. Oh no.
That took me a second.
Oh no.
Do Dragonborns lay eggs?
I think canonically, yes, they do.
Do they? Okay. That has a lot of implications. A lot of gross implications. Alright.
You're the one who asked for Easter prompts.
I don't assume painting the egg is actually a bad thing. Probably don't want to hide it. Do all egg-laying creatures lay eggs even if they're not fertilized, like chickens do? Or is that a chicken thing?
I think that might be mostly a bird thing.
Where's Druid? I need biology confirmation.
For Norway.
Norway, yeah, where's Norway? That's a great Norway question. We used to be able to summon people. How do we do that? Can we still do that?
Say their name 3 times. It's Bri. I haven't heard from Bri.
Bri got a new job, and Bri has been busy. Which is good, and also unfortunate, so.
Don't care about stuff.
You know.
Moved us in the world and now above us peasant.
There's something I was going to say that I thought was... Oh, yeah, they're making a new Gremlins movie. That was the last time I talked to Bri.
That was a while ago, too.
It's coming out next year, I think. Like November next year or something. So they released the release date. Kid, get off the box. Hey. Thank you. I don't know if this kid's got some Made some chocolate chip cookies. Oh, you alright? Bite your tongue? What happened? No, he's fine. Okay. I think he jumped up and whacked his hand on the table. I made some cookies. Jumper made some cookies. And he, like, yes, cookie, want this. And then he, like, tries to bite it. And then he's like, I don't want this. And he'll just throw them. It's like, what is happening? What is going on? That is not what we do with cookies.
So weird. Oh, yeah. So, I think either last week or a week before, I was talking about the new book that released today.
Okay.
And there's, like, an archetype for, like, devil nuns.
Devil nuns? Alright.
Here's the art for the devil nun. It'll load. Okay.
Alright, not what I expected.
They got the funky habit.
The flying nun habit. No, the flying nun hat is what I was thinking of. Are they monks? Are they combative nuns?
Yeah, so they're like in 1E they had a monk archetype.
Okay.
For the class. And this is sort of like in the same vein. But it just kind of like so you don't have to be a monk, but like you can be a monk and gain a lot of benefit from it.
Order of the Corporal Punisher.
Basically.
It's such a weird term.
Like you also like when you take it, you get like familiarity with the asp coil, which is essentially a chainsword and a scourge.
ASP, asp foil.
Yeah, coil.
Snake, yeah, snake. Okay, snake sword. Got it. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's a D6. Does D6 slashing damage, and it has reach and versatile piercing.
Reach and versatile piercing. That makes sense. But I think people like the chain swords. I've had a few people want to play them, so I'm glad they're put more in the game. I was like,
I mean, technically. Oh, go ahead.
It's just a whip, right? Like it should be used more like a whip.
Well, you can also use it as a sword.
That's the weird part. Like, they're both slashing damage, so it doesn't really matter. Like, I feel like whips are all about like. There's no real way to distinguish that, right? Like we were talking about Vorpal, right? Technically, Vorpal is weird because it requires that you have a blade and do slashing damage. But whips, like what defines a blade in game mechanically? I don't think there's any like bladed weapons, right? There might be. Oh, this one does collapse.
I mean, there is
down. Okay, collapses into a sword.
So like, whips are categorized as a flail in the flail group. While there is a sword category. And
right,
this
but
is
Vorpal doesn't require sword. It requires a blade.
Then, yes, it's totally viable.
Which is fine. Like, I don't actually have a problem with that. I don't want it to sound like I'm opposed to this. I would totally be fine with a Vorpal whip. No, I don't want to make it sound like an argument.
Yeah. I'm like, where are we going with this?
Yeah.
I'm confused.
That's weird. Okay, so like, whip sword, it's like, kind of, chain sword is great. Chain sword is great, right? Sword collapses into whip. That might be a better way to look at it. That might solve all my qualms. But yeah, swords and whips mechanically are similar, I feel like, and people are often wanting whips because they're like ranged. So it's a ranged.
I will say, I don't know if you can. Now think about it, I don't know if you can use a whip.
Go
Because
ahead.
whips are non-lethal.
Whips are non-lethal?
Yes, you can't kill someone with a whip.
Challenge, but sure.
It, I mean, yeah, you can strangle them like with a garrote, but like if you're like just cracking them with a whip, you can't kill someone.
Is that actually in the Pathfinder thing as a non-lethal weapon?
Yeah,
Okay, so now here's a question.
and then there is a lethal version called
Ah.
the Scorpion Whip,
Okay.
which is like which has like a spike at the end, which can be lethal.
Are non-lethal weapons forced non-lethal, or do they have the option for non-lethal? Because like saps, I think are non-lethal, but I think you can kill
Hang on.
somebody with a sap.
I think
Whereas,
you
like,
take a penalty.
There's some continuity issues there with different games, because if I remember right, that's some booty right there. I don't know what you just. Is that a chain? Oh yeah, sort of Soul Calibur.
That's not. Yeah, that's not me. That was.
Yeah, it was Atomic. I just looked up and saw
So,
the BDSM gear and got confused. Go ahead. Just say what you were going to say. If you looked it up.
all right, so the non-lethal trait on
Mhm.
weapons. Attacks with this weapon are non-lethal and can be used to knock creatures unconscious instead of kill them.
Okay.
Can use a non-lethal to make lethal attacks, but you take a -2 status penalty or circumstance penalty to them.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So that did answer it. That's great.
Yep.
Because it used to be, the question used to be the other way around of like, can you do a non-lethal attack with a sword, right? It's like, I choose not to kill you with my sword. It's like,
Yeah.
so you're like
And
hitting
which
him
you
with the flat.
can.
Yeah. You're hitting him with the pommel. And I think the new rules for 5e over 3.5 was that you can, when you're making an attack, you can decide whether or not it's lethal. So that way you don't just like automatically kill somebody when you're fighting them.
Yeah. Like in 2e, it's to like make a non-lethal attack with a lethal weapon. It's essentially the same thing, same
Going
penalty.
backwards.
You
Okay.
take -2.
Gotcha. Okay, that's kind of cool.
So, but I should also say there is also a advanced weapon called the chain sword, and the only difference between it and the asp coil is the chain sword has finesse.
Sorry, you cut out there. It has what?
Finesse,
Oh, okay.
but the asp coil does not, so it's just a strength weapon.
Interesting. That's unexpected.
Yep.
Gotta get the tongue out because I'm painting. Maybe out the front. I like it. I like chain swords. I like whips. The other thing, I think that a lot of whips have the trip feat on them, and so it's like, yeah, range trip. I win the game. It's like, all right. I think that's why a lot of people used to like them. Someone tries to walk up and you're just like, no, I just trip them. I trip them and they lose their movement. But to be fair, like that seems like a legitimate strategy of just like, I have a whip, no one comes near me. Just gonna snap you in the face over and over again. I would like to request a banshee flavored bard. Maybe it was a heartbeat before coming a ghost. Yeah, we can do that. I will add it to the list. I like where this is going. There's a lot of things wrong with it. So we're going to do this. We're going to drop... Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. Case in point. Many things wrong. Choo-choo. I'm going to drop that down. Make a new layer. Yeah, you got the choo-choo out. Good job. think we're finally reaching peak Bluey attention. Where the boy has seen all the episodes and now he's doing other stuff, which is good. We gotta slowly wean him off the Bluey.
Until you can start watching Miss Rachel.
What's that?
Until you can start watching Miss Rachel.
Yeah. I don't know how I'm gonna deal with that.
There's like this child learning scientist dude. He was like ranking all the kids shows, and he's like top tier are like Bluey and Sesame Street, at least in the video I saw. But like Miss Rachel was like a tier below because, and he said like, not great for toddlers, it's great for like 5-year-olds.
Yeah.
So kids who are like starting school, basically.
I've seen a lot of people online of like, what's the thing? The meme is like, I wish my kid looked at me like they look at Miss Rachel. And it'll be people like turning Miss Rachel on in the background. The kid's just like, like light up and get super excited. It's like, oh no. Magic School Bus was my go-to babysitting.
Oh god.
This is great. Kid is just pushing his train around the entire house. Like he's going in loops. This is perfect. This is just what I want.
Okay. I don't know why YouTube is like censoring like atomic stuff.
Here?
On YouTube.
What's getting censored? I'm not seeing it.
So, above like, Bionic's like "Good morning," there's like a message from Atomic, and it's just, I was like, I can see it as for review, and I was like, that's fine.
Weird. Am I not seeing that? I see Magic School Bus. I see Happy Easter.
Yeah, and right below that, the Magic School Bus was the 3-year-old had older siblings, so they liked school kids.
Interesting.
So I just allowed it to be shown. For some reason, it was like, that's a suspicious thing.
They might just, because it's talking about kids, they might just automatically censor it. That could be why.
Yeah. And when I came in earlier, they had like Nicol Bolas censored.
Weird. I asked about that and I didn't see it. I was trying to remember the name of the dragon, so somebody must have answered it. So thank you for that. I did not see the comment. I need to be on a different chat, apparently. Why can't I see that? I should be 100% see that. Moderation activity. There
Are
we go.
you...
Aha!
Yeah, I was going to... Yeah. Are you watching it as a viewer, or are you watching it as, like, a moderator?
Apparently, I just didn't have my moderator settings turned on.
Yeah.
Auto-modding is weird? Yeah. Auto-modding is weird.
Ooh.
I've been told my game is too easy.
By who?
By Lars.
What? Ah. What was he playing? Feather?
Yeah, he was playing Feather on the super easy map. So it's like, okay, that's fair. The tutorial map should be super easy, but he upscaled it to a higher difficulty and it was still really easy. So I'm like, something fundamentally wrong there. And then I discovered my math is shit because I have everything scale up like 10 to 20% per difficulty level. The problem is if you have 1 hit point and you scale it up 10%, it's 1.1 hit points. And when the characters do 2 damage, it doesn't fucking matter. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. I also found a cascade problem, which is kind of fun. I like it when those happen. But, and what I mean by that is I made a new move that's like a piercing shot for the archer. So you shoot an arrow and it hits everybody in the circle. If you get a chain lightning attack, which is a thing you can get in the game, you shoot this guy and it does damage to all 3 of them, and then it goes through and it hits this guy and it does damage to all 3 of them, and then you hit this guy and it just like and erases everything in the line. So it's like, chain lightning might need to be scaled back a little bit. It might be too much. And that's what testing is for. Playtesting is great for that kind of stuff. Because in my head, it sounds great. In practice, OP is balls. I kind of love that about game design. And honestly, I like that about a lot of like roguelike games where you can just kind of spiral out of control. But the RNG has to be in a way that can't be the norm, right? It's like, oh my god, I just had a super weird game. My character kind of exploded. Jump Rope was playing some game that was essentially like colored sweepers. Instead of looking for bombs, you're just trying to match all the colors. And I was like, that's super simple and great. I need to make more games. Instead of spending a year and a half working on one game, I need to make more simpler games. See the train? Choo-choo. Struggling a little bit with the hands. Everything about this is kind of janked up. Hold on. I'm gonna bring the shoulder down. Like right here. Arm over here. Muscles, muscles. Rib cage. Less booba. More arm over here. Yep, that's better. Put a drapery on it. Yep, that's better. Maybe some scale armor. I should censor, but I put it in Discord. I just wanted something to show her sword. Oh, it's fine. She's a risky character. Yeah, it's an Ivy, I think. Man, I used to love Soul Calibur. Soul Calibur was great. Why are we going to the Big Peanut? If you know, you know. That's all I gotta say. Okay. I think there's our Dragonborn. Give him some rings. Rings are fun. More jewelry. I feel like Dragonborns have to have lots of treasure. Lots and lots of treasure. What are you doing, kid? Ooh, that's what I should do. I have a fun idea for our D&D campaign. I just came up. Just popped in my head.
We'll write it down.
Yeah. Okay. I think I'm done with this one. I don't know what else I'm doing with it. Let's move on. Whoops. Dragonborn 8. Part of me wants to be like, oh, it's April already. I haven't released a video in 2 months. Oops, that was the wrong channel. Hold on. This one.
Has it been 2 months?
I think it was, maybe it's only been a month, but let's look. I have a video I want to make next. I haven't had time because I keep losing Steam. No, it was last month. Okay.
I was gonna say it was like some around the first.
Got one 4 months ago, 3 months ago, 1 month ago.
Yeah. And it's only just the first of April. So
Yeah.
happy April Fools,
I
people.
like trying to get... Oh, yeah, happy April Fools, everybody. All right, this has to be a mimic. We'll make the egg a mimic. A very suspicious egg. And now I'll delete that. Only you guys in chat will know that. AJ Pickett is coming out with a Kobold video, and I was like, I'm making a Kobold video, and I'm like, that actually might be a really good time to do that. So I need to do it. I need to do it, and I need to do it fast. But I want to do like how to draw a Kobold video, which means I probably have to draw a sexy Kobold because people need that or they don't watch videos. Which is fine.
Because the internet is horny.
Mm-hmm. The internet is horny. That is how it goes. The internet is 4. I have rolled a 3 times in a row, and I don't like that. I don't like that that's happening. Which does make it a Banshee flavored bard, because I replaced the 3 on my list with the one that you suggested. So, whatever. The dice gods are being fickle, or this dice is just weighted for 3s.
Roll it some more.
It only rolls 3. I really like that concept for games. When Mario Party did this a long time ago, but like it's a fun concept of just like different weighted dice. So where you have like a D6 that has a 1, a 6 on the other side, and then a bunch of 3s. It's just like, listen, you're either gonna roll high, low, or 3, and that's it. It's like, cool. I like the extra consistency. And I think they make some critical dice that do that. I think Critical Role was talking about those, where it's like 19 and 20 are both 20, but 1 and 2 are also 1. That's fun. I really dig that concept. What is the... I erased it this time instead of replacing it. I don't remember what it was now. Banshee. Siren.
Banshee Bard.
Banshee Bard. We're going to go with a bright blue, as you should.
That was like either a harpy or siren.
Yeah. I dig that. That's cool.
They're both bird people.
I'm a ghost.
I refuse to acknowledge mermaid sirens. They were bird people, damn it.
That's a good, because like in the Odyssey they were kind of tangentially attached to Charybdis.
They live on a little rock. No, that was before Charybdis.
Which one was Charybdis?
Charybdis is the big swirling whirlpool.
I must the things I watched must have like I think they combined them. Yeah. I always assumed
there's
like,
Scylla, which is a like multi-headed lady with like dragon heads with wolf heads on them.
Were the sirens not trying to pull them into the whirlpool?
No, it was just trying to have them crash on their rocky little island to eat them.
Gotcha. See, that's where my brain conflated the two, though.
Yeah.
My assumption was that the sirens were trying to convince people to go into the whirlpool, which I'm sure some media source has done that to like condense the story.
Probably.
Because it's like, oh, we're gonna crash on the rocks. Oh, we're gonna crash into the giant water pool. We're gonna get stuck on an island. We're gonna get stuck on another island. We're gonna get stuck on another island with Cyclops. It's like, we get it. You guys are bad sailors. Move on.
No, it's just plus they're bad sailors and more of Odysseus is an idiot.
Yeah. He's a prideful fool.
Yeah. He pissed off the gods, and specifically the god that he's like sailing on his domain. So yeah.
The ocean is mine, Poseidon. Wrong. You sir are wrong.
I'm gonna spend the next 20 years torturing you about it because you're an asshole.
I feel like that's a good use of a deity's time. It's like, I can spend the life of one mortal just fucking with this guy. That's fine.
Yep.
He's
Yeah,
Mr.
like
Nimbus,
the
who
sirens
controls the police.
were like birds with women's heads. And like some versions said that they were like the handmaids of Persephone, that her mother turned them into sirens because they failed to protect her.
Oh, that's interesting.
But yeah, they don't turn into like mermaids until like the medieval, like late medieval Renaissance period, when like they just got conflated with them. Here comes the rain.
Don't know how to draw open mouths. Gotta figure it out. Yeah. I don't like this. It's really hard to draw with bright blue. It's just hard to see. I also think since we're doing something that's a little more ethereal, maybe we'll start with a big muddy shape and go from there. What kind of bard would be? I guess they just sing.
A dirge. Yeah, a singing bard. A dirge singer.
I like that idea. Okay, if we're doing dirges though, we gotta do like a big priest robe. Oh. Hey, kid. Not appropriate.
Oh,
Okay, I gotta stop this. Come on. Kid, you don't have to destroy the books. That's not appropriate. Nothing. Why do you have to break things? Oh, I'm struggling today. Why am I struggling today? What's going on? What is happening? Oh. Let me get some darkness here. Nope, I hate it. I hate everything I've done here. You're throwing me a real pickle here. I really want symmetry. I want the symmetry modifier. Then I'm gonna be lazy. Woo. Big coat. I do like the idea that, like, priests are bards, which is weird. Like, not necessarily like a cleric priest, but like a homily priest, I guess. Just walking around chanting. Oh, oh. I guess dirge is one of the bard spells, right? Something dirge.
Yeah, there's like a focus spell like Dirge of Doom.
Yeah, dirge of doom.
Doom?
Where'd you go, kid? Whatever. What time is it? 10:40. Okay, we're doing all right. I think I'm gonna get through this list. We're gonna try to get through this list. I am slowly losing my mind. I think the thaumaturge. If you're gonna do like a really cool priest build, would be somewhere between a bard and a thaumaturge. Less about like just healing and general support, and more about dealing with the occult, right? Like a because there's a couple songs that like reduce fear and different status ailments. I think that's really cool for like an exorcist kind of thing, and I think thaumaturge feels a lot better for exorcist. If you want to do something like, I was gonna say John Wick, but that's not right. Constantine style. If you want to be Keanu Reeves,
I mean, same actor.
yeah, kind of the same movie too. It's just one's about lung cancer and the other one's about a dog.
Oh yeah, did you hear that Stephen Colbert is
Make a Lord of
going
the Rings movie.
Yeah, make a Lord of the Rings movie?
I'm totally down with this. I have no qualms with his love or passion for Lord of the Rings. Whereas like the Rings of Power is fan fiction, which I'm totally for, because I love Lord of the Ring content. I don't care if it's bad. I mean, if it's bad, I won't watch it. But like, if it's bad, it's fine. I just won't watch it. I don't have any qualms with people trying stuff. But I think he'll do a good job, because he actively likes Lord of the Rings. Like, he has a passion for it and knows it. So
yeah, and like really knows it. Like he's
a Silmarillion nerd. So
yeah,
that's good. Which Peter Jackson,
I think people
did a good job. He made a good movie, but he also just wants to make movies. And I don't know if he cared that it was Lord of the Rings, if that makes sense.
I think he cared enough to like do it justice, but not like I want to like wanted to like make references to these like random things they come across.
Yeah, he did a pretty good job of like parsing out what he thought like the regular audience isn't going to care about this, right? Like, he made a successful movie. And like, that's the thing with The Hobbit. Like, I think those are successful movies, but they're not wholly tied to the source material as much as they could be. Like,
Yeah,
I love The Hobbit. The Hobbit is a great story. It's a kid's story though, and like, he tried to make it like it is romance and it needs this. It's like, it doesn't really. Like, it just needs to be whimsical and kind of dark and fun. So like, I think, and making it commercially viable for three movies was like, I don't know if you need to do this. I don't know if you need to do this. So
yeah.
There's a lot there. That's why I say I think he made it more of a movie first, like, right? Which could have been like, hey, we're only going to let you make this movie if it follows XYZ. You know, that happens.
Yeah.
I don't think he did a bad job by any means.
I do feel like there are certain elements that may have been pushed on him, like, oh, like everyone loves Aragorn Arwen's story. You need to try to recreate that in The Hobbit. Like, okay.
Yeah. I do also, there was a cool, if you look at it in the way that the Hobbit movies are what happened, and the Hobbit book is what Bilbo wrote down, I kind of dig that. I kind of dig it because even Lord of the Rings retcons The Hobbit a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it was written after the fact, right? Like so Tolkien went through and he's like, oh yeah, no, Bilbo definitely had a little bit of an adventure that he didn't write in the book because he felt bad about the way he got the ring from from Gollum.
Gollum.
Which I think they actually went back and rewrote it. The original ring. Gollum was way more chill about it. He's like, "Oh, you win. Here you go.
Yeah.
Here's a thing I found."
Yeah, it's a birthday present or whatever. And because like in the Fellowship of the Ring, I can say this with full confidence because I was reading it until I lost my not lost it, but my 21 days of
Oh no, you have to check it out again.
having to, yeah. But they were talking about how Bilbo like his book that he gave Frodo is like the real version.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he says, and it's like, no, I won in a game of riddles. Still kind of like cheated in the end. It's how he won it was not a riddle, but like, guess what's in my pocket?
Not what he told.
And
not what he told the dwarves.
yep. Or Gandalf until later.
Yeah.
But from what I heard, like it's supposed to like be about like the Barrow Downs,
Nice. That would be cool.
and like it also involves like Sam's daughter.
Okay.
So it's going to be like post Frodo leaving Middle Earth.
Oh, that's great. So that once again, fan fiction. Here we go.
Yeah. I could be wrong. That was just like what I heard people
Yeah,
say.
I mean, like, is it the resolution of the Barrow Downs or the creation of it? Because that's two different time frames.
I think maybe like the resolution of the Barrow Downs. Because some people, when people kind of heard it might be about it, they were really excited that Steven might be bringing in Tom Bombadil.
Yeah.
Which made me cringe just slightly, like, oh god, not Tom Bombadil.
I like Tom. Did you watch The Rings of Power?
No.
Okay. He's
Is he in it?
the second season. Yeah. And he's just very chill.
I think my issue.
He's just very chill.
I think my issue is that Andy Serkis is just like poorly singing Tom Bombadil. I'm just like, oh, just either say it or actually sing it.
Right. Yep. Oh,
Don't do this weird tone deaf singing.
I gotta deal with something.
Yep.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Gotta go. Hope you all have a great day. Thanks for letting me in. Yeah, no problem. Christopher, welcome in. Sorry about being quiet. I had to go deal with baby shenanigans. I'm doing alright. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. Those two things are different in my mind.
They can be.
Yeah. Here come the grannies. Doodly-doo-doo-doo. Okay, I think I'm done with this one. I'm gonna add a little color to it, and then we're gonna call it. 'Cause I do want to make this look kind of ethereal. Wispy gooness. Gooness? That's a weird term. So I have two characters that people want me to add for the game. One's a rogue, which I think would be fun.
Okay.
Which rogues are always weird, because I feel like they should be really high damage, but also defensive. Because, like, hiding and, like, disappearing into smoke feel very roguish and ninja-y to me. Is a ninja just like a defensive rogue?
Yeah.
Rogue really also is just kind of a weird term because it's like it's maybe a more specific. I was gonna say degenerate, but that's not the right term.
Assassin.
Well, like an outlaw, right? Like outlaw might be a better word for rogue, in the general sense of what we're talking about. Whereas a ninja is also an assassin, but like that's more specific into the stealth and mysticism of it. Which is like, I guess the... more people in bars should be rogues, is kind of my thought. And so like, a brawler... is a brawler really a fighter subclass, or should it be a rogue subclass? So are they winning by sure martial prowess, or are they just using cheap tricks? That's my argument.
Well, I feel like rogue still would qualify because, like, rogue kind of just means like an underhanded person.
Mm-hmm. So, do I need defensive magic or defensive abilities with a rogue, or should it just be stab, stab, stab? Fast attack speed.
I think less defensive and more dodgy.
Dodgy.
That may be like still defensive, but like it's a different kind of defense.
Dodge tanks, yeah.
There was let's say.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah,
you go.
Go ahead.
No, you finish.
I was gonna say, yeah, less tanking a hit and more of just not getting hit.
Mm-hmm. Final Fantasy XI did something really cool with their sub-job classes. And what they did is basically once you hit level 30, so like, well, I think the max was 50, so we're going to draw a line here. Max is 50. Once you hit 30 with one class, you could then learn a new class and level it up to 15 while being level 30. So your subclass is always half. You could have it maxed up to half the level of your main class. That being said, like you could have all of your classes at 30, every single one of them at 30. But when you pick a class, your subclass is capped at 15. So even like level past. And what that allowed you to do is you could do stuff like take the rogue or the ninja's shadow clones, which was like their only defensive move as a DPS, and use it as a tank because it just absorbs 3 hits. And so it's like, yeah, so the tanks can just on cooldown become immune to damage. And I'm like, that's really cool. That's really cool. And so what a lot of people would do, would go warrior for taunt and then sub ninja, or they would go samurai and then sub warrior so that they got the taunt but on their samurai. And like there's a whole ton of cool stuff like that, and I love those little combinations of things because yeah, like defensive moves are different. Like the different kinds of defensive abilities are kind of neat. And they might work differently based on how you play the character. And I think that's kind of what we're talking about here. Is like, yes, a rogue should have high damage. That's great. But like, how much of it should be, is stealth defensive or offensive? Is stealth something to get you out of combat, or is it only effective if you start out of combat? And those are really fun ways and questions to think about. I'm done with this one. I'm going to move on to the next one. Because like someone was suggesting, a good one is like I said, the smoke bomb, right? Like you're in combat, stab, and then poof, kind of vanish out. There's a few games that do that. That works pretty well. But then things like World of Warcraft, you do bonus damage while you're stealth. So you stealth and then you stab someone real big. Car?
Yeah, that feels a little ambitious to me for now.
But like dodge tanks is a cool term. But why is your main DPS a tank? That's the question. So. And that's always been the bother with me. Linking.
Well, is why do we have AC based off dexterity?
Right. Like it makes sense, but then damage shouldn't be based off of dexterity. Ever. Like that's the dangerous part, I think. Because like it makes sense to like sure if you're more dexterous you might have a higher hit chance. That's totally fine. Mm-hmm. And then if you're a tank with a high dexterity, a really high hit chance, but you still shouldn't be stacking strength. Unless that's what you want. Big beefy bear, Spec Ops Warforged Barbarian? Alright.
Interesting. Damn it.
There's no correct answer here, so like opinions are welcome.
No. I was just like you were talking about something that I have like strong feelings about. It would remind me of something, and that's throwing weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Throwing weapons should be strength, full stop. Why are they dexterity? It makes like throwing a weapon should not. There's nothing dexterous about throwing a weapon. Sorry, Paizo.
So, to hit
using strength.
Yeah, like part of it used to be that all ranged weapons were dexterity based.
They still are
for to hit, right, and then strength for damage. And I think that makes total sense, but it's complicated because you're using 2 different stats for the attacks.
That's what throwing weapons are still.
Yeah, but so they're dex based and then strength damage based.
Yeah, you add your strength modifier to your damage.
Yeah, and I think that's a lot better. Than like with 5e, I'm pretty sure it's dex all the way. No, it might be strength as well. It doesn't feel as good when you have to do it that way, because then if you're a rogue, and I think my argument to counter your full stop is throwing a bowling ball is very different than throwing a dart. And if you're super buff, yeah, you can implant that dart into the wall, but can you hit the bullseye is the question. and to be hitting the bullseye, be finesse or strength based. So when you're looking at things like, same thing with bows, like strength really doesn't have anything to do with the bow. There's just like a cap at how far back can you pull the bow all the way back to where it needs to be, and then it's all about aiming. So like,
All right. So in D&D, it's divided. So if you throw, say, a hand axe, which is a throwing weapon, you use your strength
to hit.
But if you throw a dagger, to hit. But if you throw a dagger, you can use dexterity because the dagger has the finesse property.
The finesse, okay, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, and I don't know, like, so that used to be in Pathfinder 1, finesse was a feat you had to take. And D&D was just like, let's just put it on all the weapons. Like, cool, that's fine, I don't care.
Because Paizo did the same thing. Yeah. Like, it's done to make this a feat.
It's much simpler. It's much simpler. But I really do feel like
it's
that's
just like,
the thing. It's like, because it doesn't matter how dexterous you are, if you can't throw a bowling ball, it's not a good throwing weapon. So there's
well, then at that point that's a improvised weapon.
Yep, and that's a good way to look at it. Actually, that's a really good way to look at it. Is like there should be stipulations for things that do function as weapons, and like I think that's how the compound bows work, or the composite bows. The composite bows have a minimum requirement for strength, but then you can apply the strength to the damage, and it's like that's cool.
Yeah, you can add apply half your strength. To. So
which
like
just feels complicated, but I get why they do it.
I think it should come down to what traits the weapon have. So a dagger, I think, sure, have it be dexterity because you can use dexterity to attack with a dagger. So like a javelin or spear, I think it should be strength. Or a hatchet, like.
Yeah, I mean, I think I can agree with that. I can see where you're coming from. I think the requirement goes both ways, right? Like this would work a lot better for a video game of just like this weapon requires X amount of strength to throw proficiently, and at that point you can use your strength to throw it to hit with it, right? But like at the same time, like I said with a dart, it's like if you don't have enough dexterity to make this a viable weapon, then it doesn't matter how hard you throw it because you're not coordinated enough to do it. So there's a little bit of that I think kind of would maybe simplify things.
I don't know how many people are like throwing around darts. Just saying.
So that used to be in I think 3.5, and I know in like second edition, the dart was like the only unproficient throwing weapon. So like everybody either had a sling or a dart. Like everyone could use them. You just took them, so you had some ranged attack. And like even in Lord of the Rings, like that was one of Bilbo Baggins' Bilbo Baggins is like claims to fame is he talks about about he's really good with darts and some other game when he's talking to the dwarf in the Hobbit. When he's talking to the dwarves about how skilled he is at things. They're like, no, we need you as a burglar. He's like, oh. So like, yeah, I think that's pretty funny. And like the idea that halflings are proficient with darts and things because they're bar games and not because they're just like small and dexterous, I think is really interesting. I heard a click clack roll. What's rolling dice? I'm rolling dice. We have a list of people or a list of characters that we draw from. That is from the community post or from suggestions in the comments, and we roll dice to see which ones we draw. This is supposed to be a bear. This doesn't look like a bear yet.
No. It just looks like your normal human.
I don't draw faces for a warforged, so like, how do I make a bear without a face? I just need to make it look more like a bear skull.
Yeah, I was gonna say, slap a bear skull on it.
Yeah, so like, I think there's a problem with proficiencies that kind of would negate a lot of this. Oh my god, that's so many. So many Legos. Because they made proficiencies more broad, it adds to this confusion, I think, is the problem, right? Because, like, if you are proficient in something, that means that you are capable of throwing the dart with precision, and therefore, I think strength would apply, right? Like, that makes sense to me. Same thing with the throwing axe. Like, are you proficient with it? Yes. Then your dexterity doesn't matter. It's strength. That makes total sense to me.
Yeah. I think the thing I would like them to do is just make more, I guess, special rules for weapons instead of just like, oh, these are the traits. So like, no, like,
Yeah.
like add like the special little riders that you used to have in 1E, because like I think it just makes more sense that certain weapons have more unique things to them.
I've discovered Paizo many times. I've played D&D with people who don't, or Pathfinder, that don't play a lot of tabletop RPGs. And every time, the way Paizo writes all of their ability and weapon descriptions confuses the shit out of those people. Because the first line in every description of an ability or item is a stinger. It's just like, it's a overview description before it goes into mechanics. And so a lot of times those people will read those and assume that the stinger is somehow a mechanical description of what's happening. It says I flip over the top of the guy. It's like, you're not actually... Okay, whatever. That's fine. This says I'm calling forth the soul of the person. Does that mean I can devour it? No. No, it just does 4 damage.
I mean, some cases, yes.
Yeah.
But that's not a first level spell.
Yeah.
But no, like what I mean would be like, or like it's like how like the bastard sword used to be an exotic weapon, but like if you were trained in martial, you could use it, but only as two-handed. But if you have like the exotic proficiency, or in this case, 2E version, like advanced proficiency, like you can use it one-handed. That's a bad example because like I don't think that should have ever been an advanced weapon. But
yeah. But that's the thing. Like, the proficiency training is interesting. I really like the idea of, what was it, the 5e warrior, where you, like, when you start the game, you're proficient with all these weapons. You can choose from these weapons, but like you pick ones to specialize in, and then you get an ability before it. Like, yeah, I like that. That's something I really like. And then you can pick more later, or you can just like specialize in one weapon. I think that's a lot of fun, but it does lock your character into stuff. And I'm running into that in both games that we're playing right now. Just like, here's this really cool sword, and it's like, I don't use swords. It's like, this is a legendary artifact given to you by a deity. It's like, I wish it was a spear, or I wish it was. I've done that before in a game with Lars, and now Lars is doing it to me with it. He's like, I want a glaive. And I'm like, the holy weapon of Saren Ray is magically transforms into a glaive. So like, those kind of restrictions do or can hurt gameplay very easily.
And I think in your case, maybe like hey, like if I'm going to be making items are people using.
Chunky chip. Sorry, I'm back.
Did you hear what I said?
Say it again. I think I did, and then the kid just blocked it out of my brain.
I said, I think one thing that could help you with that is like, don't put the item in the game just yet until like you have like the players. Like,
yeah.
Like, oh, no one here is using longswords. It's not a longsword.
Yep.
The character who I think is going. Yeah.
I think you're right. And like, because the way I did it for both groups, was I had the statue of Saren Ray, and then it was holding the sword, right? So most of the time people see the sword like, wait, is it a real sword? It's like, it's a real sword. Like, I'm going to take that. It's like, perfect. And like, Burning took it, which is what I intended in our game. And then I had it for a specific character in my other campaign. and the other character took it and just won't stop using it because it's OP as balls. And it's like, all right. So I might just have it demystify itself and mystify the other person's weapon. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. One of my Discord channels changed their Discord logo to have a notification bubble with 69 unread pings. That's funny. Nice. Is that RCE? Hey, kid, back up. You don't need to be stepping on the books. We might be running out of time. I have a whole bunch of bookshelves of like kid books for the kid books and toys under the TV. And when he starts getting like too involved in the TV, he'll just start pulling books off the shelves and like stepping on them. It's like, what are you doing? Why are you stepping on the books? I don't understand. And now he's stepping on a little tube. Please don't stand on stuff, kid. He's just got to do it. He just has to do it. He has to balance on stuff. I don't get it. Free advertising for Pocket Dimension Podcast. I don't know the Pocket Dimension Podcast.
Yeah, I think one way you could probably solve that might be a little mean. Just have it not be usable by certain players.
Yeah,
like,
that was and
like
that's,
you're not a cleric or paladin. Sorry,
that's fair. The other part of it is just like I had assumed. I had designed things for specific characters, and like the same thing kind of happened with the other party. Is like people don't readily understand that something is kind of aligned to their character. And so other people will pick it up and then they'll just kind of hoard it because it's like, oh, it's treasure. And it's like, so with that one for Lars, I was like, oh, okay, if Lars is going to use this sword, that's fine. Like I'll slowly give him the stuff and then he can choose whether or not he wants to be a paladin. He did not. And so I was like, at that point, I think the sword would kind of find a new owner essentially. Because it's like, oh, you've been called to be a champion of this god and you're not accepting that. So it no work. It no work. And I think thematically that makes sense. I just have to do it in a way that doesn't feel like I'm just being like, fuck you, Lars, you don't get to use this anymore. What are you doing? Hey, what? What's going on? You dibby-dibby-doo? What does that mean? What do you want? Ba-dub-ba-dub?
Rub-a-dub-dub.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look at something. What's up? What are you showing me? You want another cookie? I think it's about lunchtime. You don't care? You just want cookies? Alright. Okay. I might have bought another 5 minutes. We're trying to finish up this bear.
But yeah,
I think you're right. I agree.
that's sort of the thing that, like, I think Paizo finally came around to is that early Paizo stuff, it was very like, oh, just you, like, it was almost expecting you to, like, pick up weapons, throw them away, pick up weapons, throw them away. Doesn't matter what type. But I think they finally realized that, no, people want, like, a say they want to play a knight in shining armor or whatever. They're only ever going to probably be using a longsword.
Yeah.
And, like, and so they just start, like, making things like, okay, fine, we'll do it like this. Because, like, no one's bothered swapping out weapons. Especially if they're, like, a fighter.
Yeah,
like, a fighter's probably just going to specialize.
They did the rune system works that way, right? Like you can just take the runes off of any weapon and put them on a different weapon.
Yep.
And they're like, that's cool. And that was my first thought. And Laura's even was like, oh, can I just transfer all of these onto a glaive? And I'm like, that feels really disrespectful to the god that gave it to you. But at the same time, I feel like if it really was a deific weapon, it would have come to you in the form if you want, right? So, like, I had this conversation with Lars. I was like, I don't want to say no because you're correct that you can do this and it makes sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say that the guy you're talking to right now can't do it because the weapon's too cool, and we're going to have to like make it a storyline thing. And I think that's like that was the thing. I should have just done it. I should have just swapped it out to make it easier. But I think we'll have more fun trying to figure this out as is.
Yeah.
But Lars only sees the weapon as like, oh, this does a ton of damage to undead. It's like, yeah, it's a +4 holy weapon. Like, of course you want to put that on all your weapons. It's great. It's a great enchantment. So I'm gonna have to figure something else out for it. The funniest part was I gave him. I'm like, okay, if you're gonna be the samurai champion, here's some samurai armor to go with it, like that he found in game. And he's just like, oh, I don't wear armor. And I was just like, this is not the right kit for you. You're a ranger. Use the bow. Use the bow, Lars. So it's constant contention between me and him.
So is he's like using like once a glaive?
Yep.
Rangers don't get a lot of benefits from two-handed weapons. A lot of their combat feats don't.
I'm kind of wondering if he's still thinking about 5e, like the benefits of 5e. So I don't know if he just hasn't looked at the Pathfinder glaive or what. But I need to talk to him more about it.
Yeah.
Communication is key.
Because, like, I mean, there's nothing stopping you from playing a two-handed ranger.
Yeah.
Fun.
Which is fun. Like, it's a fun build. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. But, like, there's no, like, combat feats like that you get for using a two-handed weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Most of their feats are bows, crossbows, and dual wielding.
Yeah, I think dual wielding is very Dritz. Right? It's very like iconic D&D Ranger. But man, the one-handed or two-handed Ranger builds are terrifying because you're so tanky and you have a whole bunch of like ways to boost your damage. So you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna sneak attack with a G12. It's like, holy shit. What is that? So, especially like in Baldur's Gate. If you haven't done that in Baldur's Gate, it's a lot of fun.
But,
I feel like I've made some kind of strange robot panda.
I mean, that's still a bear.
It is. Technically, right? Yeah, there's technically bears.
No, they just are bears.
Red pandas aren't bears. Red pandas aren't pandas. Or red pandas, pandas, and normal pandas, not pandas.
Alright, so red pandas are pandas.
Okay.
Giant pandas are not pandas.
Giant pandas are bears.
Yes, giant pandas are bears.
Got it.
When the British found them, they found the red panda first, so they named it Panda. And when they found the giant black and white bears in China, they're like, oh, they kind of look similar. And
You need juice?
called them pandas.
You need juice? Okay. Alright, the boys start yelling for food and juice, so I think we probably need to call it. We've been going for a while, so that's pretty good. Almost 2 hours? That's a good one. That was a good stream. Unfortunately, we didn't finish the list. Goblin wearing a hat made of rabbit pelt who's a slingshot for Easter eggs. We're just gonna scribble this out real quick.
Yeah. I remember seeing a show once. It wasn't like a scientific show, but they were talking about pandas briefly, and like they were like discussing like the old like the old lore of pandas. Like, oh, they're not real bears; they're raccoons. I'm like, no, that's just wrong. Because people think because red pandas are related to raccoons, that means giant pandas are. I was like, no, giant pandas are Ursas. They just branched off from the Ursa family, like, first, if I remember correctly.
Doo doo doo.
That's why they don't, like, look. I mean, they're bear-like, of course, but, like, they don't.
Oh my god. Can you imagine a panda?
They're most non-bear looking. What'd you say?
Can you, if pandas were the size of bears, we would not be the dominant species on this planet.
I think they are the size of bears. They're really big.
Did I say pandas? I meant raccoons. I'm sorry. If raccoons
Yeah,
were the size of bears, we'd be in trouble.
Yeah.
Anything bigger than us that gets thumbs, and we're fucked. That's all I'm saying. Do raccoons have opposable thumbs?
No. I don't think they do.
They do have little grabby hands.
Yes. But as we know of panda bears, you don't need opposable thumbs to be
It's true.
grabby. Panda bears are about,
Pandas are big.
they're just slightly smaller. Yeah. They can be 4 to 6 feet long.
Okay, so
Okay.
like they're a little bit bigger than black bear.
Yeah.
Black bear,
Or a little bit
panda,
smaller.
Brown bear, polar bear.
Yeah.
Grizzly bear, I think, is here?
Grizzly bear is just a brown bear.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. So, slightly bigger than a black bear.
I'm fairly certain. Let me make sure.
I think that sounds right.
Grizzly bear versus brown. Yeah, they're exact same species.
Okay.
Or they're the same species, but grizzlies are a subspecies.
Just really angry brown bears.
Yeah. It's just one's a coastal brown bear, one's a inland brown bear, basically. So they are like slightly different sizes, but
The last one I didn't get to is a rabbit folk engineer whose left ear is a mechanical.
huh?
I'm trying to just like bust these out real quick.
Oh,
And one
I
of the last
didn't.
ones is a bunny folk with a mechanical ear. I'm not sure what that would look like. Just do like two old school Marvel, and just Winter Soldier the ear. Exact same silhouette, metal plating on the inside.
The 8 species of bears. Polar bears, brown bears, American black bear, Asiatic black bear, Andean bear, sloth bear, giant panda, and sun bear, which is the smallest of the bears.
Sun bears are the smallest? That surprises me.
Mm-hmm. They are pretty small. They don't. They don't look like bear some days. They look like a person wearing a bear suit.
Yeah.
They're very jerky some days.
Did we ever figure out if the Chinese zoo was actually bears or not?
I don't know.
That was a meme last year, I think, where people thought that one of the bears in the zoo was Just a dude in a suit.
Yeah,
Yes, it was a dude in
some
a
bears.
suit? Or was it was a bear?
Oh no, I was going to the brown bears, about the smallest. Um, if that was someone else.
Oh, really? Okay.
Uh, some bears, on average, measure from 3.3 feet to 4.9 feet in length.
Okay.
I could wrestle a sun bear and win because I outweigh it by a lot
That's funny.
on average. Because at their heaviest, I think the heaviest one they've weighed so far is 176 pounds. Like, yeah, I could wrestle a bear. Sun bear.
Would you rather run into a man or a bear in the forest? Bear.
Yep. Even if it's a polar bear. Bear.
It's like the next
I
question
say
is,
that,
like,
I don't know.
is the bear upset? It's like, is the guy upset? Like, I don't know.
I think. I know I said polar bear. I think that'll be the one exception. I'm like, no, I don't. I think I would rather still run. I think I would rather run into a man than a polar bear.
Yeah, polar bears are you just lose. Like, regardless of what's happening,
Yeah.
you just lose. Scribblegen, welcome
I
in.
might actually. It's the one time where I might actually have a chance with this dude.
Okay. I think that's it. I kind of want to make this. I'm going to do something. Hold on. Oops. Because it is a bear, I think the head needs to be bigger. Here we go. Wait, what? That was from Twitch. Is someone on Twitch right now? Did someone
Are you
follow
on
me
Twitch?
on Twitch? I think someone followed me on Twitch. And so the soundboard is technically still active.
Oh.
Oh, thank you for the window. Thank you, kid. It looks like I've drawn some kind of weird, deranged Mickey Mouse robot.
Yep.
Yep. Oh well. It was me. I followed. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. We've been pretty bad about being on Twitch lately, but from time to time we do jump on Twitch to do some like late night streaming or just to hang out a little bit. Maybe if we start doing more game stuff, we'll start streaming on Twitch when we play test it and stuff.
Yeah. Which kind of isn't great. At least for me, it's not great because there are days where it's just buffering all day long, and I'm just like, I can't watch anything. Sorry.
Hopefully, once I get the fibers, I can start dual streaming again. We'll try that out. Comcast I have is not consistent. I'm not even going to preface that. It's just not consistent. So we'll see what happens.
You should.
Okay, I think we're done here, though. I think we're about good. Sorry, Scribble. We're just about finishing up. We're wrapping up here. Normally, what we do is we take suggestions and then we draw them on stream. If you'd like to do that, you're very welcome to suggest one, but we won't be back until next week. I don't have any more things to draw now, I guess, but I was gonna say we can maybe do one tomorrow, a quick stream tomorrow. But maybe we'll try to squeeze something in. Otherwise, we'll be back on Monday with a new community post, so you can suggest your characters on a new community post on Monday, and then we will draw those on Wednesday and Friday. And yeah, should be a lot of fun. So thank you again, everybody, for hanging out. I will post these on the Discord. Come hang out in the Discord and check out some other fun game stuff. If you are a Patreon member, I will be poking around Patreon to see if people want game codes today. I think the game is stable enough now that people can actually play test it and fiddle around with it. Give me some feedback. So I will be passing those out to people that want them. Otherwise, that's all I got. That's all I got for today. So thanks for hanging out. Yeah. Happy April 1st. I don't know what funny things we should do in Discord to make fun of that, but whatever. Have a happy Easter, which I think is on Sunday. And if I don't see you tomorrow, stay happy, stay healthy, keep your dice on the table, and we'll catch everybody next week. Bye, everyone. I don't know how to... what is happening? There it is. Bye.